Good morning, everybody. This is Sarah, also known as Weight Watcher, Cape Cod Woman. And yes, I'm holding this mug up because it indeed matches my scarf, okay? I'm feeling together today, together on Tuesday, and here we are together on Tuesday. And if we're going to be doing a series of little quick, accountable YouTube videos, I'm calling this one Tracking on Tuesday. Okay, now, if I was to say what is probably the most successful part of my success is using my little tracker on my smartphone, on my tablet, and on my laptop at home. And I understood early into this process that I have to track before I put it in my mouth. I don't eat something, say, oops, let me put it in, and then I see it taking some of my weeklies away, and then I'll say, well, I've got 4 days before weigh-in, I'll just be really, really careful. That's a messy Monday. So tracking is one of the most important tools, Tracking Tools Tuesday, that I have in my arsenal. Are you tracking? How is your integrity? If you're going to meetings, you have to face people and do that weigh-in and have your leader and talk to other people. But for so many of us, we're just doing this at home, on our own, online, paying that $19.95 a month, which is so worth it for me, and using the YouTubes, talking online, the Facebook pages with all the different Weight Watcher sites. And all of that is terrific. But is your integrity clean and pure with your tracking? Are you doing it? I will have a different veggie at night, for example, swapping out broccoli for beets, and I will go into my tracker and put it in. And it's kind of funny because it's almost like a superstitious kind of thing, but it's not. It's called integrity. And it's like integrity is what? Doing something for yourself or for somebody else that if nobody saw you, if nobody found out, you'd still do it. And that's how I treat my program. I massage it. I treat it as the most important part of my day. My head was totally insane before I got here. It was totally insane. Now, I might have been posing as the person that I am professionally or with friends or with those normie earth people that don't have the food stream in their head, but I'm not one of those. I wake up thinking about it. I think about it all day. I watch people eat the things that I used to eat that I don't eat now. My head is very, very, very busy with food, and it always will be, except now it's with the healthier choices. Now I'm making more healthy choices. Some of you may have heard about my BBCs, my better bad choices. And that's what my journey in Weight Watchers has been about, with the tracking. When I think of when I first started, I started in June 23rd, 2014. And when I started, it was a totally different food. It was still trying to maybe fit in that little goodie, the little snack size something, white processed food, sugar, that lard that they call oil and things like that. And how I've just transitioned. It's been slow. It's an evolvement. And for each one of us, it's different for each one of us, right? And some of you are sharing your things with me on my YouTube in the comments. But it's the tracking part. And I'm telling you, I track every teaspoon, tablespoon. The place that it could get very, very messy for me is with coffee. And I don't know if any of you feel the same way, but I still measure what I put into my coffee. Every single cup, every single mug. There is just no fooling around with it. And as I've said in other videos, I'm trying to make my coffee less white. So I'm adding less, even if it's the fat-free Land O'Lakes half and half. That doesn't have that much in it. I'm just trying to get used to. I've done black in the, in the way, way, way past, but I'm not a black coffee drinker. I still like a little something, something in it. And so I'm adjusting. And today this little mug was half a tablespoon of the Zyla, the sweetener that I use, the 100% all natural hardwood, American hardwood sweetener, and 1/2 of a tablespoon of the Nestle Coffee Mate Cinnamon Bliss. And I tasted it before I added the usual half and half that I added. It was okay. So I'm saving a little bit, but I'm tracking it that way. And yes, it takes time. Even this video takes time. And this particular video was half taped on Tracking Tuesday, and my battery died. My darling little cat had taken the charger out of the strip. So now I had to start all over again. But, so are you tracking? Do you have integrity within? Are you doing what could be the most important tool in your arsenal? Not just your cabinet, not just your fridge, not just your lunchbox, but are you tracking? Are you getting up and giving or even better, as you prep your food for the week, like if you work like I do, you need to have your little baggies. Are you doing that and then also going in and tracking? I get up so early so I can do everything. And I am mush by the end of the day, but it's so important to me. And who do I answer to? I don't answer to anybody. But I know that as I've lost this weight, I've invested in me. I'm investing the good foods, evolving from regular foods to natural foods to organic foods to, and then the clothes, losing the weight and buying that new size. And it feels so good to do it. So if I stop tracking, I know that horrible feeling of having lost the weight, hitting maintenance, and then what? Thinking it's a free-for-all? Well, guess what? It's not. If you're watching this video, you and I didn't get that we can eat anything we want, not track, and move on with our lives. It takes constant vigilance. This is like a 12-step kind of commitment, And the tough part about food is that we still have to have it. You don't have to drink. You don't have to do drugs. You don't have to smoke. You don't even have to gamble. But we do have to eat. And so finding that right recipe for what you can put into your tracker is the key, and adjusting it and not saying, oh, I'll fill it in later. Oh, I'll do it later. Oh, it doesn't matter. Guess what? It does. And if you have something like 26 points like I do, you know that they can be eaten up real quick. And each one of us on our journey has to give up something. Give up, sacrifice, compromise, learn to live without. But guess what? You can replace it. You can replace it. You can replace that bag of processed snack foods that you would have that crunch with what? A golden delicious apple, some carrots, the same crunch. Trust me, your body will adjust to it. And you put it on your tracker. Fruits and veggies are free. So you can fill your day with healthy, better bad choices, better healthy choices, and put it on your tracker. So I want to hear from you. Are you tracking? It's Tuesday is for tracking day. And we want to keep this going because momentum is so important. What you do in April will show when you go to put on those shorts, when you go to put on those pants, when you go to put on that, God forbid, bathing suit, which I won't be doing. But, when the warm weather gets here, doing it today, Tuesday, tracking Tuesday, in April, just think how great you will feel when those hot months hit. When you go to those Little League games with your kids, or you go to the beach, or you go to those cookouts, and you're not sitting there with your top on, with the things that show that are very well hidden all winter because you're working on it and you've got that momentum, and it feels so, so good. So, are you tracking? Are you tracking before it goes into your mouth? Are you practicing integrity within yourself? I hope you have a wonderful Tracking Tuesday. I know I will, and just hit the ground running. Just keep it going. It's great. You can do this. We can do this with Weight Watchers. Have a grand day. This has been Sarah, Weight Watcher Cape Cod Woman. Bye-bye for now.